Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly presents to you the #1 podcast in Woodridge.
What's in that sparked?
I was gonna try to, like, off the top of my head, think of like a nickname for you to be the badass Billy Gunn, but
oh my gosh,
I don't think anything I could have just off the top of come up with would have been clean or appropriate. So that's why I stalled out on that. So welcome to the Woodridge Parents Podcast.
I really thought the kids were going to come downstairs and be like,
suck it?
Yeah, I also thought they were going to like pop out from like behind like the curtain or something and be like,
that actually would have been funny, and I would have kept it in.
I know.
I am Daniel Staley. It's my beautiful and lovely wife, Kelly.
Hello.
We are the Woodridge Parents Podcast. I guess if no one actually realized where I derived that intro from originally, it is I literally, that's a funny thing. Like right now, I can't tell you the name of that tag team, but if I went through the whole song and we get to the end, they say what it is, and then I would. So I know it's no. That is from the tag team. The Road Dogg, Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. See, exactly. I couldn't think of New Age Outlaws before that.
You need the whole thing.
You needed to say the whole thing.
Yep.
And my mom used to say that too, like, because she used to say, like, if in school I could just sing all the stuff you learned, I would learn so much better. And my mom's like a hippy dippy.
Time out though. That is absolutely true.
No, I mean it's correct. I get it, but like it's just funny from her. Like, well, if you sing the math to me, I'll figure it out better. But I don't know if that works for math.
Not so much math. I mean, I did teach when I taught kindergarten. The kids, they're United States in the song. Mm-hmm. From A through the end, and then also in second grade, I'm doing that, and also they're singing all the presidents from George Washington to Trump, and they can actually do it all by themselves now. Every single president.
GW, the original GW.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's crazy. So that that is weird. Like you definitely remember lyrics more.
Oh, absolutely.
Than you remember like novel passages. That's why you remember remember poetry easier. Because
it flows, and because there are studies that how they say how music is very, very good for the brain, and how it stimulates your brain waves and all that stuff.
Yeah,
brain activity.
Good old brain activity, just like physical fitness.
Yes,
and Jiu-Jitsu, which is one of our topics for today.
Yes, it is.
Basically, this is a heavy athletics topic.
I would think so, yeah.
So Kelly has officially, like 90% officially, because we haven't actually paid the
no, I'm in there already, and I told people, so I'm not going to punk out on it. So I can't do that.
Semi-officially signed up for the Jiu-Jitsu tournament.
I am.
It's May 24th at FDU Madison, which is very, very close to where we got married.
I know it is.
At the Madison Hotel, which was a beautiful and wonderful place.
Yes,
I remember telling... we're going to talk about the Memorial Foundation dinner later, but I remember telling someone at the Fiesta who works there that like we would have that if the Madison Hotel didn't work out, we probably would have got married there. Yeah. But the Madison Hotel is wonderful with their atrium room.
Oh my God,
the room we
gorgeous.
got married in is a complete like atrium room, so it's entire glass
filled with flowers.
Yeah, it was
really beautiful. Nice. And it was cool because it actually started raining. Because actually, rain on your wedding day is actually good luck. I heard, but
rain on your wedding day.
Wow. Okay. So, very nice.
What's the next line?
It's free ride.
Yes. Good job, Kelly.
But
good job.
At nighttime, like because we got married in May, so it was very bright. Mostly the whole party. But then when it started to, the sun went down. It started to rain a little bit, and it looked so cool on the glass,
yeah,
like the raindrops.
On the outside.
Yeah, it was so neat. Yeah, it was so neat.
It was good. So that's that. And Kelly signed up for a Jiu-Jitsu tournament.
Yes, very excited.
She's gonna win.
Why are you jinxing me right now? You never do that.
Bro. It's not jinxing. You're gonna win.
I know you look ahead and always
right. So I get it.
Reach for the best.
I get it. I understand.
Overconfidence.
To me, it's not. No, I'm not. it's not like a luck thing, like where you're gonna get lucky. Like you work hard and you're pretty good. And
it's also my first one, so I know I'm gonna have a little bit of nerves in there too.
And also, like when I say something like that, if you don't win, it's just,
I know it's just going to the next one, which I'm gonna be good doing with the other girls that I work out with. But
so I'm not. I'm looking forward to it. And then there's one June 8th.
Yeah, a lot of the girls from Subforce are going to be doing it. So I haven't told them I'm doing it yet, but tomorrow morning I'm going to break the news.
Sign up for that one too. So that'll be good. You guys all go together.
Exactly. Well, you guys are going to come too.
Of course. Of course. That'd be great for me. Because like even like when I go with Danny and them, like I'm like coaching and I'm like really in it. Like unless Buddy's not there or somebody's not there, I guess I'll be coaching.
There's going to be people there. Even some of the girls there. I know a couple like blue belts are going to be going. A purple belt's going to be going. So like, I know we're all going to be there for each other. Which
I'm
is
just
awesome.
going to be yelling at you to just do judo.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, like I feel like I'm very solid on my feet. And I've gotten a ton better on the floor, but my goal is not to get to the ground. Like my goal is to
go to the ground.
Oh no, I know. But like getting on the ground and then being in control on the ground.
Of course. Well, you don't want to be on your back.
No, that's the thing. I don't want to be. But I do. We have been working on some escapes and everything to actually kind of like flip them over with like different spider guards and stuff like that. Where if you do end up on your back, you can kind of get out of it. But my goal is to just kind of be in control on top, where I don't get to go on my back.
Just keep working the different positions.
Yeah, exactly.
No rush to get a submission.
And good grips.
And good grips.
What we keep on telling Danny. Good grips, Danny.
You have decent little judo, so like, I don't think many girls are going to have that.
How many classes have I taken in judo? I've taken
10, 15.
Not a lot, but enough, I feel.
Enough. And so we do drilling in the living room all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Tell them about your.
Oh, I got at Kamal's, they're having actually when I go there on Tuesday. I don't know if I'm going to take the class, but I want to see if there's any more.
I don't think the class starts yet.
No, April 8th. I know. Right. I know Ray's class is there at 6 though. Right. So I mean, I might. Depending on how I feel and everything, because I'm usually really sore after my Jiu-Jitsu class in the morning on Mondays. But if I'm going to take the boys, then I'm definitely going to do some. I'm not just going to sit there anymore.
We pretty much told Sam that you're doing it at least once a week. So
I'm definitely doing that at least once a week. Thursdays I'm trying to leave up in the air because depending on like your Lions Club schedule and if I have anything to do,
Well, but then wouldn't that be the
probably Thursday then to do it? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Thursday I'm gonna do okay. It actually works out better. Yeah. But they're having they had all these gis for sale at like this at like such a great discount. And I asked my lovely husband over here to kind of check it out because like I don't like borrowing his gis because they're for guys. I mean, like girls are different, we're shaped differently, and it's just not the same. But he sent me a picture of this really pretty gi. It's white, but it has like these like awesome like pink. What type of samba? No,
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Blossom flowers on it or something. The only thing is that there's no pants to go with it, but I do have white pants that match.
Well, we're gonna have to get you if anything, we'll just get you some white Fuji pants because it's a Fuji gi. So you can't really wear mismatching. I know they allow you to wear mismatching colors and gis, and you do it all the time, which drives me crazy. But
I have to. Well, I also want to see if they have any other ones that are like that style because I really like how it fits. So
Well, yeah. I mean, that Blossom gi it's like the Blossoms collection or whatever.
I feel really comfortable in it.
But that gi itself can probably. I think that might be the Superito because there's another gi that I think might be that same. Like, just check. We'll check on the website to check the weight of it. Yeah. Because then you could kind of match that up. Yeah, definitely.
Because I just feel so comfortable. Like where in the other gis I kind of felt like a little bit like restricted, but that one I feel confident in it, and I feel like I can really do some. Stop. I feel
pretty and confident.
Well, yeah, and I feel like I can really execute some good moves in it. So we'll see how we do tomorrow with it.
Yes.
But I am definitely going
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna work tomorrow. Aww. I know. But I definitely do want to get another type of that same gi in different color, just so I can kind of like alternate so I match.
Yeah. Nikki's expensive, so.
I know. Well, we had a 30% off sale on the thing
Yeah,
too.
we're not for nothing, which wasn't working yesterday.
Really? I have to see too when I go on Thursday.
Actually, we'll check it because we're registering with Smooth Comp again, so we'll check on that. I don't know, they might not do it no more, which is lame.
Yeah, but like even when I go on Thursday to to Kamal, see if they have any extra ones there or something. Because they had a ton.
There's a bunch still there.
So like I'm gonna
it's just like it's just some kids, some are men, some are women. There weren't many women's. That's why the one when I saw yours, I don't think they make the flower one for men. Even though I would wear it, I think
I know you would.
That's why I noticed it, and it was a W size.
Yeah. So I mean, and again, like I'll go there and I will go look and search through them where I know that you were kind of busy where you couldn't really
I looked through. But I was also there during the day.
Yeah.
So like I'm not really trying to make a mess of their stuff. And
no, exactly. So when I go on Thursday, I'm gonna take like a really good look at it to see like anything else that's there.
So shout out to Fuji Sports, Fujisports.com. That's where we get all our gis and all our rash guards, stuff like that. I do get some like blank rash guards that I wear just for my business. But Fuji is the place to go for all your mats, especially mats too. So if you have a dojo or know anyone with a dojo looking it's time to start one, or even for like a school or anything, Fuji mats are really nice. I guess they would work for wrestling too, but wrestlers use like those roll up mats.
Are they a little bit thinner?
I believe so. Yeah, because you don't really need. There's not as much like slamming in wrestling.
Because you start. Well, you don't start on the floor, but you. But don't they start from certain positions?
Yes, which is other than them wearing those little the singlets and stuff like that. Some of those positions are a little sus. Well, which South Park did an episode on that. Did you ever see that episode where the traditional wrestling versus like WWE wrestling, but like
I don't think so.
The WWE guys were all like basically like stage actors.
Oh yeah.
They were all making fun of they arrested the wrestling coach.
Yes, I remember. Like, oh my gosh, I remember that.
What are you making all these boys rub up against each other in these positions?
I remember that.
He's like, this is wrestling.
But
I don't know. I've been thinking about wrestling more and more really with the boys. I love basketball and everything, but I don't know. It just seems like wrestling is just a better long-term thing for them. I
feel like it's more up and coming too. I don't think it was
like. No, I mean, it's.
Has it always been super popular?
Yeah. It's less popular now.
Is it less popular? Wow.
Oh, Lyndhurst was like a major like wrestling school.
Oh yeah, Pritzloff. He's oh my gosh, yeah. He went
I
far.
mean, there's less and less teams. But listen, there's less and less football teams. There's less. It's crazy.
I know.
There's no co-op basketball teams, if I can think of it. To be honest, you don't need that many kids for basketball.
Well, no. So we have like 5 or 6. You're good, right?
Yeah.
Don't make a sub.
But I don't know. Wrestling, in comparison to the other sports, football is kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
So they still hit a little bit. If it goes to complete flag football, that's like kind of lame.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know. Like, it does seem to have just a better long-term benefit to their lives than ball sports.
Yeah. And I mean, like, you can also get more exposure too if it's just like a single sport, you know what I mean?
Yes and no. I mean, there's teams and there's stuff like that too, but you also run into issues where if you go to a good school, there's only one kid that fights per weight, so like you gotta wrestle against the kid. Like it's tough. You know, again, they have all those individual schools similar to judo. There's all the individual wrestling schools and clubs, and they all compete in these tournaments, and that's basically more popular than the regular ones now. But I don't know, it's kind of a tough one for me because again, I've always been a basketball guy, and listen, I love team sports. It also makes a big difference too. It's not, it's like I see all these things now. Like I see like basketball players and baseball players like acting like tough guys, or like, even like the idea of like, oh, I dunked the ball on you, which again, a couple of years ago I would have.
I was going to say, this is like completely different. It's like a turn on you.
The past couple of years of going to judo and seeing Danny fight and stuff like that. It's just like, I told you before, but that same thing that Rogan said, like, nobody gets beat up and says, oh yeah, but I could beat you in a game of one-on-one of basketball. Like, it's just not a thing. Like, And I love basketball, dude. Like it's fun. But also, like, the game has changed. It's the NBA's ratings are in the tank.
Really?
Like, they're really gone down, the pooper.
The pooper.
And, and I hate the idea of individualizing.
Yeah.
But I don't, it's getting close to where that might actually be what you have to do. Everybody says it's wrong. Everybody now is kind of gearing towards it being right.
Yeah.
Traditionally, it was generally better to play multiple sports. All the good athletes when we were in school played multiple sports.
Yeah.
All of them. Every single one of them. So, I don't know. I mean, Bobby Talamini was unbelievable at baseball.
Yeah.
Went to FDU, Teaneck to play baseball. But he was the quarterback on the baseball team, and he played basketball. And, should he have just... Now, again, we're in New Jersey, so he can't play baseball in the winter.
No.
But... if you're in Florida, should he have played baseball all year? Should he have played spring baseball in New Jersey, or spring baseball and then fall baseball?
Yeah, fall
and
ball.
And then, just train in the winter inside?
Yeah.
Would he have been better? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't know. Because again, man, God forbid. And you know this by the time they're in 7th and 8th grade at least.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't want to... You have these kids specializing in a sport.
I know.
And then it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You get maybe you could go to a D3 school, maybe, or maybe you just stink. And now instead of you hanging out with your friends and different teams, and maybe you stink at football and you stink at basketball too, but at least you're on the team, you're hanging out with your buddies instead of, going to the batting cages every night.
You're still making those friendships that'll last longer than the sport.
Right. So what's more important? Obviously the friendships and the connections, and obviously also physical fitness too. But the specialization's a crazy thing.
I think it depends on how extraordinary you are.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. That's why these kids, there was a thing, and this is NBA players again, so it's one thing, but there was a reel I saw with, they asked them all, when was the first time they dunked the basketball? And a lot of them was 15, 16, 14. The one kid was 11, and they were like, how old were you? How big were you? He was I was 6'5", 6'6".
11?
At 11, yeah.
That's just wow. I mean, I can't even fathom that at 11.
But I'm saying, dude, now it's the sports kind of landscape from kids to high school to college to pros, because it's all connected now. It's kind of weird, because especially with college, with the portal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
These top-notch schools are taking almost no freshmen out of coming in incoming freshmen anymore. You have to be phenomenal. There's a kid from New Jersey who was a wide receiver for Alabama, I think.
Okay.
And he started as a freshman, but he's just he's 6-star. There's really only 5 stars.
Now, are you talking about people they have recruited, or people that just kind of walk on the field? You know what I'm saying? Walk on.
Now, neither. They don't recruit. Many schools don't recruit kids out of high school any longer.
Really?
Because there's the transfer portal, so a kid can leave school. You can go to 3 schools in your year now. He could play football at one school and then leave, and next year go to another one.
Oh, okay.
So, they're all saying well, why don't I just pick up this kid from the transfer portal who's been in college for 3 years?
Have experience.
He's an adult.
Yeah.
He knows, he's going to jump right in. I don't got to teach this young kid all the stuff.
Yeah.
So, and that's all with the NIL money. They're getting paid for all this stuff. That's why they're going bing, bing, bing across from schools, because they're getting paid by each ones. So, but that's, I guess it happens in wrestling in college too, but wrestling's not as much of a team sport, so it doesn't, I guess, really affect the school as much.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, and then we shouted out Jaden James last week. I'm pretty sure I saw where he is going to Penn State.
Oh, Penn State. Wow. Good for him. That's great.
Penn State and Iowa, I think, are the 2 best wrestling schools in the country.
Good for him, man.
Penn State's famous for being the best wrestling school in the country.
That's
Well,
great.
so that's interesting. Little wrestling talk. I guess to continue off of the combat sports, Daniel had another judo tournament this weekend. Now, we did go to the Memorial Foundation dinner on Friday night. We'll kind of touch on that more in a little bit. And the boys slept over Nona Papa's house.
Yes.
Luckily, this tournament was at 2:00, so we got there pretty early.
Yeah.
I had thought we had a nice warm up, and the first match just.
He was overconfident.
I guess, dude.
He saw the white belt. He didn't push as hard. That's what it was.
But he didn't
That's what it was.
He messed around with this kid, and the kid knocked him over and then got on top of him, and he couldn't get out. It was very disappointing for him to lose, to be completely honest. And he was, I felt like he was half asleep, but too confident might even be the answer.
I really think so, because he always gets a little bit nervous. He saw the white belt, and it was a jiu-jitsu white belt also. And that's how he needs to have a little bit of fear in him, a little bit of fire. It wasn't there for that one because he thought, oh, well, it's a white belt. That's lower than John. I can just kind of go through the movements and I can still beat him. That's exactly what happened.
Wow.
And he learned the hard way where, can't be overconfident. You have to always be focused.
And his second match, he fought an older kid from our dojo that he fights in the dojo all the time, which he usually does beat, but I was, it's not all the time. So,
yeah.
And he actually did what I had told him to do.
Very easily.
It worked great.
Very easily.
He circled, he threw immediately, bang, it was over.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I guess I have to do a better job of being more specific of.
It's a head game with him too.
Yeah.
If he's in it to win it, if he's like in it to win it, if he's super, because he wasn't even super focused like getting there. He was tired too from the night before.
Probably.
But
so it was up to like 10:00 playing Xbox.
No, I don't think 10:00. Are you kidding me?
I think that's what he said.
No, they were also playing Star Wars. My dad made these like lightsabers out of like foam noodles or whatever. So that's what they were doing too. They couldn't stay till 10:00. They're out cold by like 8.
Yeah.
My parents put all this junk food for them and they ate like nothing of it.
No, really?
They sent it home here.
Oh God. I guess. I wonder who's going to eat all that now.
Well, it's probably gonna go in the garbage anyway. So
no, I'll eat it. Why? What do we got up there?
Like some donuts. Like I don't really.
Donuts.
Yeah.
I just got munchkins. I didn't know we had donuts.
Yeah, but the munchkins are fresher.
Oh well, that's true. Your parents love to freeze things.
Oh no, all that's fresh because they went with John on Monday to get everything, and John was picking out stuff.
Yeah, so the reason they had the sleepover was the Woodridge Memorial Foundation dinner, which is one of the only nights of the year that Kelly and I get to get out and turn up a little bit.
Yeah.
It was very fun.
It was fun.
Anybody who follows us on social media will have seen a ton of pictures and reels and videos that I took on the Instagrams. Honorees were James and Jack Marr. Rita May, Mrs. Schwartz, and Steve Saraceno.
There was more than that?
And I'm sorry, forgive me. Miss DiNapoli.
Oh, okay.
See ya. Which is funny because she had told Jack like a while ago, like, don't ever nominate me. I won't go. I'm not going to go up. I won't do it. I just want to help. She always kind of was like our connection in the school and would like help get other people like nominated.
Yeah.
I guess once you say you don't want to be nominated, you're guaranteed.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah, so that was fun. That was Friday night at the Fiesta. It's pretty like that's a pretty full-fledged event there. Full open bar.
Yeah.
Cocktail hour, full dinner, ice cream, everything. It was really nice. They do a good job at the Fiesta.
There was ice cream?
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, we did eat it. Okay.
Kelly,
I forgot the pasta.
Should I cut that out to not let people know that you were a little inebriated that evening?
I enjoyed myself.
I did too. We
That's
got
all.
home
I
safe.
enjoyed myself.
Got a ride home.
Yes.
Made it home safe.
Yes.
Possibly did like a late night Uber Eats order that I fell asleep for.
He fell asleep and ate all the nuggets.
Yeah, so but that's okay. I had my shake last night.
I know.
Not for nothing, like a shake, and then you put it in the freezer, and it becomes like kind of like it's actually almost like a Rita's.
What kind of shake did you get?
It was just a vanilla shake.
Oh, it was just vanilla? Okay. Yeah.
But it was pretty yummy, to be honest, even the next day. So yeah, that was great. It was
definitely.
You know, I think it's over 200 people that were there. It's
that room, definitely over 2.
It's it's quite the grouping of Woodridge people.
Yeah.
Pretty much most of the teachers, most of the cops. Shout out to Mrs. Woods, Mrs. Paglioka, Mrs. Rella, Mrs. Brahane was there. So many other teachers.
Miss Campagna.
Obviously, shout out Miss Companion. But the teachers I gave shout outs were like my teachers.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, shout out to Miss Companion, and obviously shout out to Mrs. Schwartz.
Yes. Oh, it was so cute.
Daniel's favorite, Mrs. Schwartz. And it's funny too because Daniel has his Gizmo watch, which has video chat on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I did make him a promise that we would video chat, but we waited until a little later in the evening. I didn't want to bombard her with him.
I was like, oh God.
We waited for everyone to, get a little sauced up. So we did that. We got Danny on the video chat, and I don't know if he could even hear us or anything, but
I don't know,
he saw Mr. Schwartz's face and he was like, ah!
My mom said that when he was talking to her, she was like, Kel, his face, he got so red. He was blushing. Oh my God. I was like, I know.
Oh, Daniel, he was sweet. And she was sweet. She said hi. And we took pictures and we said hello. Oh, she was great. He was great. The night was great. Shout out to everyone at the Fiesta. Shout out to Gary Cosgrove, head maitre d' at the Fiesta. He does a great job down there. Memorial Foundation dinner. That was super good and yummy. Actually, the food was yummy too. My salmon was good.
Yeah, my steak was good.
The problem with the the appetizer thing is like that's cocktail hour, bro. I know it's appetizer cocktail hour. Like
I didn't really get. I
trying
got
to get
one
it
thing
in on the beverages at that
Yeah.
point. So I tend to not get the. And again, like the past appetizer, like I got to hold this napkin with a shrimp in it. Like,
I think I had one appetizer, like literally
I had
like one
2,
thing.
Yeah, it was, and they were actually really good.
It was good. I was
super
so
yummy, but
hungry.
I just didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't really get into it. So that was good. So I did get notice that I will be the head coach of Mighty Mites football this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm really happy about that. Looking forward to that. Spoken to a couple of the dads and stuff already. So hopefully we'll have a nice coaching staff and a nice year with the boys. Hopefully a full team. Got to get the numbers going. So everyone asks me like, oh, who do we got on the team already? I'm like, oh, I have no idea. I just got the email like 2 days ago.
I'll get the oranges for halftime.
Yep. I've got the oranges, some Gatorade.
Yeah.
And I guess the games are after flag generally, right?
We're going to have a long Saturday.
Well, just as long as they're back to back, I could deal with that.
I think they were. I mean, I think they pretty much were back to back,
Yeah, so that should be good. Hopefully we'll get a nice team on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, is it just second grade this year? It's second.
Mighty Mites is just second.
Cool.
Pee-wee is 3rd and 4th. Juniors 5th and 6th.
Okay,
and
cool.
And then seniors is 7th and 8th.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes.
And then Johnny's going to be in Pee-wee.
Johnny's going to be in flag.
Flag. I'm sorry.
So let them deal with him, lunatic.
He's bigger. He was bigger than all the kids last year, let alone this year coming.
I know. He's gigantic. It's crazy.
Now, are we going to talk about his upcoming meet in April or not yet?
Nah.
No. Okay. That's when John's going to go.
We're judoed out as of right this second. In combat sports. All right. So what do you have, Kelly?
Sorry. Okay. So this is for starting April 7th. Nothing is really happening at Doyle this week coming. April 7th is an early dismissal, and I always like to know when early dismissals are especially for, when the kids have to be picked up early in case you need to make any arrangements or anything. So April 7th is early dismissal for Doyle, 1228. April 10th of that week is a second grade Keep Woodridge Beautiful recycling presentation in the morning. That should be nice. April 11th, third marking period closes. Can you believe, we only have 3 marking periods in Lyndhurst, but they have 4. It's already Like we're down to like the ending point.
I really didn't. April, May, June. It's the last month.
We have in my school we have 53 days left because we're at 130 on. I'm at 130 on Monday, so we have 53 days left. Insane. Yeah,
that's kind of crazy, dude.
Yeah,
that's kind of crazy.
And okay, sorry to kind of veer off a little bit.
It's okay. We're the Veer Squad.
April 14th is when we have spring break for the kids, the whole week, which is a little bit.
Oh, so the day after the tournament, they go right into spring break.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for them, so
you have school.
It's only
right?
Danny. Danny has spring break. John,
when's your spring break?
The week after.
Nice.
But me and Daniel already talked, so I was saying to him, I go, Daniel, would you like to come and visit my classroom for a few days? He goes, yeah, Ma, I want to flex on those girls.
Oh my God.
From his mouth. I was like, well, you know, like, I mean, like, you know, you already met this class. He was like, I remember. I'm like, okay, great.
Oh my God.
So he'll be visiting my second grade classroom.
And was he really doing the gritty in church up to the children's
Yes, he did. He goes,
today?
Mom, you saw that? I go, we all saw that, Daniel.
The whole church was like laughing. The priests were laughing.
I know they were.
Oh my God.
Definitely not stage fright for anything. But yeah, that's it for my little newscast for the week.
We were in Disney 1 year ago.
I know we were. They thought we were going back again. I was like, no, guys.
Well, I mean, we are going to go back again. Not now.
Yeah, in 3 years. But I mean, you know, no, they thought like they think that when they have a week off.
Brady?
No, they are going the week that we have off. Well, I have off. But you know, I really want to wait until everything new starts going up. And honestly, like all that new, like the lightning lanes, all that stuff is changing again. So I mean, I'd rather it just like kind of be in place for a little while and then like know what we're doing.
Like, I don't even need lightning lane.
I have to do more research on it. I didn't really do too much with it, honestly. But I mean, if we're there early in the morning,
there weren't very many lines on the things that we used.
There really wasn't, right?
Now again, it doesn't matter. We're not getting into this now. We're already at the end of the podcast.
Oh.
I don't want to.
Part 2.
We're getting into details of the trip and people, and that's not the. Thank you.
This is how we veer off again.
I know. Veer Squad.
Veer Squad.
Hashtag Veer Squad. I know. I got to make shirts. I can't play poker until shirts are done. So
yeah, I have to go to the BJ's to get our stuff for the week, and
very
then
good. Work 7 days a week,
and then laundry. So we actually have clothes this week to wear.
Yeah, you can't run that while I'm running the machine. So
can't run the what?
The washer and dryer.
All right.
Get it all done. I don't know what just happened.
Well, I have a lot to put away before anyway, so if you want to do that while I'm at BJ's, that's fine.
Fantastic. All right.
Yes.
I think that's about it for this evening, Kelly. I love you.
I love you too.
And I love you too. Peace.
Wow. See ya.